Alrighty. Anybody there? Hello? Anyone? Alright. See if this is working. Okay, working on this end. Oh, why did I do that? Shit balls. Hello, Shady. Just gotta still post a couple things. Keep hearing myself and that is annoying. Alright. Alright, we got 18 minutes until showtime. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? Any videos of Norwest behind the scenes? Yeah, probably a few. Just check my hold on, I gotta take the headphones off while I'm talking. Keep hearing the feedback from myself. Yeah, just check my, what do they call those things? Sorry, I was in the middle of doing something. Give me 5 seconds and I will get that done and then tell you what I was talking about. Just gotta edit one thing on this video before I forget. What was I trying to say before I was failing? For channel, that's what I'm looking for. Playlists. That's what I was talking about. Playlist. My Flash playlist. How is it not near the top? Way down there. All right. All right, there's all of my videos from the Flash. So somewhere in that mix, I guess, starting in like season. What season did she come in at? 5? I mean, she was here for a couple scenes in season 4, but she wasn't really a regular. So in like season 5 onwards, you'll find stuff in there from whatever set she was at. Yeah. Impossible for me to remember exactly which one she was and wasn't in on there, right? So can't really fully tell you. Gotta mute that. All right. Now I don't hear myself anymore. Perfect. Ready whenever the show is. You're welcome. Yeah, I obviously don't know exactly which videos specifically she's in, but you know, anything they're all listed in order of when they were filmed, more or less. Um, they're at least by episode. By episode, they are in order. So anything from season 5 onwards, you know, she was a regular from, you know, a good chunk of the next couple of seasons after that. Season 4. Okay, season 2, she definitely wouldn't have been in. Season 3, no. 4, no. Okay, so the very first video of her that I know for sure. Wow, that's funny. I just finished saying everything's in order, and this one's out of order. So the very first one I see literally her name is in my title. It says Jessica Parker Kennedy as Nora Allen, aka XS. Is actually out of order. I'm going to fix that right now before I forget. See Daisy. 504 should go after 501. Is there anything else that's out of order that I've never noticed before? No, that seems to be it. Okay. Oh, Lionel, how are you? Ready for the episode? You watching it live, or you watching it later? What did my season 1 video get? 127 views, and not worth doing another one. Well, just watching Ben stream, and Andy as his guest. He's seen tonight's episode a little bit ago, and he says it's a good one. Yeah, but I'm sure it probably is. I mean, this Superman and Lois crew don't ever miss. But also, he does cheerlead pretty hard for these things. So, I mean, he's probably right. But I don't know if I've ever seen him say, oh, this episode upcoming is awful on anything, right? So, they're doing a stream too. That's annoying. Why has everyone got to steal my ideas, right? Right. Let's see. Oh my God, they are keep streamed 5 minutes ago. Oh, their stream is over. Oh, good. So it's not overlapping with mine. Yay. All right. I was worried it was overlapping with mine, but they are done. All right, we got 13 minutes until showtime. How's the audio? Anybody finding it hard to hear? Because I tried with my headphones on, put the headphones in my pocket, put them on the desk, just left them hanging. And in the end, I just decided to take the headphones right out because I didn't think the sound quality was any better closer to me than further than me. So if you're finding the sound a little let me know and I will put the headphones back in and see if that makes it better for you. I don't think it's going to. I spent 5 to 10 minutes playing around with different combinations to see how much better it sounds. I don't think it was any better. But you guys might think differently than me, so it is what it is. Hello, Tyler. Welcome. How am I doing? I am doing okay. The audio is okay. Good to hear. Thank you. We'll be watching live. I'll probably cut out during the episode and be back after. Yeah. Most people usually do that. I would advise watching the episode and not listening to me. I advise listening to me over commercials, but listening to the episode over me. That is my professional analysis of the situation. Oh my God, I thought I sent out this tweet. It's just been sitting here in purgatory forever. Let's add a fancy little photo to it just because. Frequently used images. Sure, we'll go with that one. Boop. They had a short stream, yeah. I mean, unless you're going to do like I do, where you like discuss during the episode, kinda is going to have to be a short stream, right? Because they would have only had another half hour that they could have possibly played it out. Am I wrong, or is this the mid-season finale? Technically, I guess it's mid. So here's the thing: it's a 10-episode season. Technically, the end of season 5 or episode 5 would, in theory, be the end of the mid-season. So, yes, but I don't know if they really have a mid-season. Do they have any breaks in their schedule? I actually haven't looked. Man, season 4 schedule. Boop. More episodes. That wasn't what I wanted. Is this what I wanted? Come on, Wikipedia. Where are you? Any other time, Wikipedia would be like the first or second thing to pop up on the page. This time, it didn't pop up. Uncool. Wikipedia doesn't have the schedule either. Rude. I think this is probably considered the mid-season finale. Probably. Audio sounds fine. That's good. I don't think they have any breaks this year. Neither do I, because I think they want to get this over and done with before the mid-season of the fall-winter TV season. So I'm pretty sure they want this done and over with so they can put whatever new program they want out in January, February. So yeah, I don't think there's any breaks either, but I couldn't confirm it. We got 8 minutes. The countdown's getting close, guys. 8 minutes. I wonder what CW has after Superman and Lois is gone. Nothing. CW is getting out of the first run TV game. They're basically just buying programming from other places that have already produced the programming for their own networks. Like a large chunk of the stuff they have now. They have some sports stuff on there. I'm sure you've noticed they have some game show stuff, which no one under 50 is watching. And then the rest of their programming is made up of shows that aired somewhere else first, and they just bought the American rights to it. So like they've got like 3 shows on there that originally aired on Canadian television already, but are now airing on the CW as debut programming in the US. To the US it's new, but to us it's not. Same, they've got like a South African show, and I think they've got a European show. The only live programming they'll have after Superman and Lois is off the air, I believe, is the All-American show. I don't know if the All-American spin-off show is also on there. CW programming. 6 minutes until start. Just gotta keep an eye on that. Yeah, the only other show after Superman and Lois is off the air is All American, and I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't know if they've got another season lined up after that, but yeah. The season feels more like a streaming series in the way it's being released. Why? Because they had that double feature episode at the start? I don't know about that. So the CW, so the superhero shows were really what made the CW mostly. I mean, they had other hits besides the CW or the Arrowverse. They had Supernatural, they had the Vampire Diaries, a couple of things like that. So they've had other hits besides the Arrowverse. But the Arrowverse was probably statistically their highest earner. Superman or Supernatural did make them a lot of money, but it's one show. The Vampire Diaries made them a lot of money. It was 3 shows, but only one that was really a success. The Arrowverse, all of them were more or less a success. I mean, Batwoman struggled, but the other 4 had long run times. Superman and Lois is, only 4 seasons, but that's because they're getting rid of the programming, not because the show was a dud. So, when people look back at what the CW was once it's done and over with, they will think of it as a superhero network with some other programming, because that's kind of what it was. Yeah. I'm actually overslept a little bit today. I shouldn't be yawning. After this episode is over, and I've done like the post-show chat, I'm probably going for a nap, but I don't really feel like I should need one. Yeah, I remember Supernatural is really the most popular show that they over shows. Yeah, I mean, it was a phenomenon that they couldn't really like remake, right? They even gave Jared his own show afterwards with Walker, and it was good. I don't know, I didn't watch it, but I mean, it was good from a profitability standpoint from them, but it was never supernatural good, right? Yeah. What do we got? 3 minutes. All right, I'm gonna at least get the TV set up so that I don't have to look for it after the fact. CW. All right. CW. All right, we're getting ads for a skincare product. Cool. And then the very next ad is a Superman and Lois ad for the episode, with a tagline from Screen Rant, little Screen Rant call out there, and something called Fandom Wire, and Collider, and Seattle Times. Yeah, they've got an ad right now telling people Superman and Lois final season is on, which is funny because literally everyone's sitting around waiting for that to start. There's nobody watching whatever the program is. True crime news. Nobody's watching that. The 13 people that are watching that accidentally left their TV on. You're a little surprised last week's episode wasn't really talked about. In what sense and how do you mean? Because I saw a lot of people. I mean, a lot of the people in my circle were talking about it. I don't know who you're looking at expecting to talk about it, so I can't really answer that much. Oh yeah, I forgot American television. I'm going to get like 374 minutes of election ads before the show starts. Wonderful. Any Americans in the crowd? And if so, how excited are you that this is going to all be over one way or the other in 8 days? Because I, as an outsider, can't wait for it to be over. It will tell me very much whether I ever intend to go to the US anytime in the near future or not. That said, I also thought I would do that after Trump lost the first time. I was constantly saying that I wasn't going to the States while he was president, and then he lost, and I still haven't gone since. So All right. Cutting out now. We'll be back later. I will see you in the future, Mr. Jacobs. I was just looking Twitter half the time and I didn't see that much. I don't think Twitter's a bit, because it's not like it's not Superman and Lois compared to like Arrow and the Flash aren't social media buzz show. Like those shows are far more social media engaging because you have all the shippers crying over this, crying over that, that make the numbers of posts about the show inflated. Superman and Lois doesn't have that drama, so they don't have that extra field of people filling up the Twitterverse, right? It's usually more of a show you discuss after the show's over. In 5 minutes, you can discuss it and be done with it. You're not sitting there thinking theories of how will this person hook up with this person, right? Like that's, unfortunately, both of those shows were flooded with people whose only intent in the show was, I want some type of romantic drama. They weren't interested in the show itself. Come on, enough with the ads. We're 1 minute past start time. Start the damn show. I'm just waiting for the ads to end and then the show shall start. So I am starting audio for me. All right, here we go. Show on 17 years ago. Cat. Was that Cat Grant? It's weird. They're trying to age down Michael Cudlitz, but he looks the exact same age, except with hair. I'm sorry, in 17 years, he should have less wrinkles. Hmm. All right, we off and running. Lex is headed back to Smallville. Guest starring Elizabeth Henstridge. We're finally getting his daughter. This going to be about Elizabeth? Witness relocation, I'm assuming it is. Yeah. Yeah, it really feels like in the next 2 or less episodes, it's going to come out that their family publicly. Damn, I wish I had found this scene. This would have been a good scene to shoot. So wide open. Although I was probably in the hospital at this time. All right, first ad break. All right. Well, what do we think, guys? Lex's hair is funny to you? Yeah, me too. I think it's weirder, too, that they're trying so hard. They're like 17 years earlier, but he looks as aged as he does now. Like they put no effort into trying to de-age him. I expect Lex to do more with Lois when he knew Superman was dead. Um, it's funny how they told Jordan in the first episode to not go after Lois, and that's exactly what Clark is doing when he's not 100%. True. Differences. I think Clark is under the impression, and I would be under the impression too, that Lex doesn't know he's not 100%. That's a little bit of the difference. Jordan at 100% is unskilled. It was a dangerous move, him going up after Lex. Superman at 100% can handle Lex. Lex doesn't know Superman's not at 100%. So as long as it stays that way, it shouldn't be bad. Excuse me. What they call the monster Clark is dying again. But if they call the monster Clark is dying, yeah, as of right now, it would seem that way. But also, Lex does also know. I mean, he knows that Jordan has powers. He doesn't know Jonathan has powers, and he knows that Natalie and John could help out. Now, does Lex think his monster can take the 4 of them? Probably thinks that. But, you know, there's a little bit of chess going on. It's like knowing you probably are going to win, but you don't entirely have it in grasp yet, so you kind of are still playing the pieces out until you can see a pathway to certain victory. I'm glad they're acknowledging the people noticing Clark's death. Yeah, they did. They did in that episode where it happened. They had the guy with the mustache come and talk to the mayor about it. And now this one. So like, yeah, we are getting some people acknowledging they noticed, and that's pretty awesome that they're at least doing that. It would have been weird if somehow no one clued in one and one that the Kents just happened to be really upset about this. Oh, here we go. Show's back on. Good for Lex wearing his seatbelt. Very, very law-abiding citizen. Wow. Oh my god. And of course the bus pulls up right at that minute. Yeah, John's been a little busy. Is busy. Holy cow. She packed to move here? Jeez. There she is. Elizabeth playing Elizabeth. Wonder what happened to the mom. Yeah, me too. They don't really seem to interpret it as she's still alive. Man, Lois, I think you're really overreaching there. All right, for your commercial break. I think it's a little out of line for Lois to be asking her to get involved, considering she's gone out of her way to try and avoid her father. But we'll see. Jordan is such a bad liar. Yeah, he is. I feel like either the daughter or Lex is gonna die by the end of the season. Well, I don't think Lex died. I don't think Lex is gonna die. I think the way they're gonna end the show is with Lois putting him back in prison, because they have pushed so hard on that narrative for a while of Lois wanting to get him back in prison. You know, she said it to his face. And, you know, like Superman doesn't kill, and he's not going to want the kids killing. So in the end, he's going to end up back in prison somehow. Now, his daughter, I mean, that could always happen. She could end up dying. But who knows, right? Oh, shit. I'll be back one moment. Sorry about that. I had a medication I have not taken that I was supposed to take between roughly 10 and noon. And it's now 5 o'clock, so I'm a little behind. I have to push my night medication back a couple hours. Oopsie. I think that's the first time I've ever had it go this late in the day without me remembering. Usually, I've had a couple times it's like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and I don't remember, but not 5. You didn't even notice about putting back in prison? Yeah, she said it a lot of times. Like, probably half dozen, 10 times. Like, yeah. Like I said, she's even said it directly to him, like to Lex. So, I mean, the show isn't just called Superman. It's called Superman and Lois. So they need something for her to strive towards. Oh, that's not the end of the commercial? Yeah. Thought that was the commercial break done, but it's not. An interesting device. Not gonna lie, it does look helpful. I would need a higher desk. They're showing like this exercise thing you can put under your desk and just like exercise your legs. It actually does look good, but I think my desk I'd need to get a higher desk. Like easily 4 inches higher. Interesting. Um at this point Jonathan is Lois's private taxi. Basically. I mean that was more than a taxi. She was flown to I think Italy. I mean, I know she's speaking it with a British accent, but I don't think it was England. I think it was supposed to be Italy. At least the ads are getting a bit better. I don't know about that. It's the first time in a long time I've seen an ad where I'm just kind of like, huh, that looks interesting. Like that looks helpful. That looks useful. Oh, another CW ad for something I probably don't know anything about. Sullivan's Crossing, another Canadian-made show, like I said earlier. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't make those promises, Jonathan. Something's going to come up. Poor Jordan. Oh my god. That is so mean. uh, Jordan's reaction was just something. Jordan is hilarious this episode. Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll probably break up. What fancy tech is this? Oh boy, that's gonna go over badly. Whoa, boy, this is gonna be an adventure. All right, another commercial break. That took no time for her to be convinced to come and talk. Like I expected that to drag out until like the last scene of the episode. Throwing back in the sun, is it that hard to do? I don't know. Or can they give Clark some XK to power up? Again, I don't know. I don't know if that'll have an impact on him or the right type of impact. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Neither do I. That's why I watched the episode. You know, I didn't expect Elizabeth to come and see her dad so soon. I really thought that was going to drag out till the end of the episode, and then next episode was the like meeting. So I'm a little surprised. Phantom Zone can stop Doomsday. Okay, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I haven't read every comic ever. I read a few Superman comics when I was a kid, but not enough to know it. You know, the everything off by heart. Um, do we? Has there been proof in this world that that even exists? You know, um, wouldn't they need to know about it before they can use it? Who knows? Um, I don't know what they do yet to beat it. It might have to be a team event. It might have to be, you know, the five of them: John, Jordan, Nat, uh, John, the two Johns, Jordan, Nat, and of course Superman, having to deal with it. But I don't know. Honestly, I was thinking it would have taken the finale to interact. Nah, it would have been awkward trying to have them drag out that character being around for multiple episodes to the finale when people who are like former regulars on the show are only getting like 2 episodes, you know. So I didn't expect I didn't expect it to drag out that long, but I expected it to drag out longer than the 25-minute mark of the episode, 27-minute mark of the episode. I really thought it'd be an end of the episode thing, dragging into the start of the next episode. You know? But here we are, 27 minutes in. They've already got there. Yippee-ki-yay. Ads for wrestling are just weird to see on the CW. It's crazier as I don't know any of these people. Are we back already? That's a pretty quick break if it is. Yep. Power of friendship to beat it. Right? Yeah, I feel the same way too. It's a great speech, but it's oh my god. They're getting further and further into this conspiracy that doesn't exist. the "I can't tell you" speech, and then she leaves. I thought I just assumed the mother was dead. Zero accountability. Yeah, I agree. What are you gonna do, Lois? That he killed the mother. So did I. Another commercial break. Oh, those are some pretty interesting scenes. I thought he killed the mother. Yeah, so did I. I feel like she doesn't make things right with him. It's going to make him more angry. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he already was blaming Lois in their discussion even before it turned sour. So, like she said, he won't take responsibility for anything that he's done. And so, yeah. I don't really have anything I can think of to add to that comment at the moment. Let's see what the internet has to say. I think it's time for me to make a tweet. Tell Phil to come back. I don't know if you're gonna get that. I don't know. Um, I don't recall hearing anything about him being in town. That said, doesn't mean he couldn't have been. Not the end of it yet. Uh, he could have come into town because the last year or so we've been a lot more unfocused on who comes in, not because it's just not as interesting of a group of people anymore. But he could have come into town for a scene, but I haven't heard of him being in town for a scene. I know the actor probably wasn't there, but it feels out of place that Sarah isn't there. Yeah, it actually does. I mean, they're having a little party with all the kids together. Why would she be there, right? But, you know, schedule, planning, the way actors' contracts work. I mean, they could have filmed this on the same day she was there for something else and just put her in this episode, but then they would have to pay her for being in the episode. So it sucks the way actor contracts work. You know, a lot of great guest spots have been ruined because for them to put someone in an episode, they have to pay them for being in that episode, even if they filmed it on the same day as scenes from a different episode. Stupid, but it is what it is. You know, it protects actors from not getting taken advantage of in other ways, but it sucks as a viewer because then they can't just be like, oh, we've got her here for this day, let's film for 3 episodes, worth of material, and then just like, scatter it throughout the 3 episodes. But instead, yeah, it is what it is. Sucks, it does. Yeah. It is so dumb to me that I'm watching an ad for Scrabble on a real live television network. We're back. It went from day to night in the time he's been sitting there. How long was his meal? They time traveled, right? Yeah. I mean, the party that the kids were at did the same thing. Holy crap, her hand is so small. What the hell did I just do? Just hit my desk and apparently hard. Never done that before. Hmm. What do we got going on here under a bridge? Oh no, is she gonna summon Doomsday? She is, isn't she? This has to go down as top 3 dumbest ideas I've heard of. And another ad break. Oh my god. Bad timing on the ad break. That has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen Lois do. It's gotta be up there. I mean, I understand she's feeling desperate. I understand she's thinking, what other options do we have? But that is a bad decision. That is a terrible decision. That is top 3 dumbest decisions. The backup is insane. 100%. 100%. Like, she should have brought Jonathan there from the get-go. He shouldn't have had to show up out of, like, curiosity. I also wonder if Jonathan didn't quite get what Jordan said to him. Jordan said to Jonathan something along the lines of, like, perhaps you should take her home. I wonder if he was implying, like, fly her home and then she'll understand what you can't tell her. Maybe? I don't know. Just the way he worded it to him made me think he was trying to hint to Jonathan, like, hey, just fly her home. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be a risky move. It'd be a super risky move, but I could see 2 teenage boys coming up with such a idea. What are we doing on the ad break here? I feel like it shouldn't be very long considering there's 10 minutes left. Oh, cool. Another ad for a CW show no one's ever heard of. It's Dollar Store Walker. Anyone that's seen an ad for the Wranglers just look at it and be like, this is just like discount bin Walker. Here we go. Show's back on. Oh yeah, the flashbacks to the Bizarro world. He literally just said he did. This was going so well, and now it's turned. There it is. She's making all the right comments. This all comes down to how evil is Lex. There it is. Now he's going to be even madder at Lois. What the hell did they film at the Macaroni Grill? Or is this somewhere else that's got the same outside look? No, it's not the same place. Jordan, I don't know if you should have been doing that. Hmm. Well, all right. All right. We are getting close. I'm going to play back the last like 5 minutes. I kind of feel like I missed a moment there. No, I'm way far back. Let's. Good episode? Yeah, very good episode. Yeah, of course. It's clever how they managed to bring the Jonathan act, the show the old Jonathan actor. I didn't even notice that. Maybe I'll notice it on the replay. I get the cast of people knowing the secret, but some people already know. Yeah, it's true. Jordan's been great this whole episode. Yeah, he's living like a king in prison. I don't know why he's so mad at her. No one wants to be in prison. She tried. I'll give her that. Yeah, she did. Hope Lex is coming to his senses. Well, I guess you missed out on that one. All right, so that's Superman and Lois, episode 5 of season 4 in the bag. I'm just watching the last 2 minutes over because I feel like I missed something there, and I'm kind of, I really feel like I missed something. 8.5 out of 10 for you, Tyler. All right, that's a fair grade. I would agree with that grade. I think that's a fair grade. Hey Eddie, how you doing? How am I? I'm okay. Did you watch the episode? We are now talking post show here. I'm just watching the last few minutes over again because I feel like I missed something. I'm finally getting to the part I wanted to see. Okay. I'm assuming that's Doomsday laying on the tracks. So did Doomsday kill itself? I'm so confused. You give it a 9.5 out of 10? All right. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm confused. So that last scene, when Lex gets back to the rail car, he looks out through the window. There looks what seems to be the corpse of Doomsday laying on the tracks. Or is that just a no, you know what? I stand completely corrected. I think it's just a cow that Doomsday was eating and he just left it there because he got called away. I think that's what it is. Okay, okay, okay. I am more clued in now. Okay. Wrap that out. All right. Yeah, it's what he was eating. You are correct. It's just it was so dark it was impossible to really see it. I guess I can put my headphones on now and just right in my ear so that any audio hiccups there might be won't be. Uh, Defuddle the cords a little bit. I noticed for the flashbacks they reused scenes from the first episode, but used a different filter to make it different. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I cannot say I noticed that. Sorry. Great episode tonight. I really like what they did with Lex in this episode. A very unique take on Lex, different from other versions, but the core of the character being there. I'll be honest, man. This was a super strong scene between Michael Cudlitz and Elizabeth Henstridge. Their scenes in the diner were like top tier. Great writing, whoever had to write the scenes, and great performance by them. I mean, I think all of us, because of the fact it's only episode 5, knew in the end her plea to him was never going to succeed. But great job getting to that. Like, I would call that. I mean, it's probably definitely top 3 scenes, monologue scenes or dialogue scenes. I mean, it's top 3 dialogue scenes that don't include Clark or Lois, and it might be top 5 in the series. Like, it's a great scene. Was Doomsday killed? No. I thought for a minute he was, but no. Lois talked to him, and he flew away, and that seems to be the last of it so far. Doesn't mean he can't be back in some point in some capacity, but I don't know what capacity that will be. You like that they're finally getting some Lex backstory? Yeah. I mean, it's hard when you only introduce a character a year ago to like completely flesh out all his backstory all that time. Bizarro is still Doomsday. Yes. I like that they were fun. Oh, I read that. Oops. Does this mean that Doomsday won't go after Superman anymore, or does that mean that Lex has a bigger trick up his sleeve? I don't think Lex has a bigger trick up his sleeve. I don't know what it means yet, to be honest. I don't know where they're going to go from here. I mean, obviously, we all thought, the big fight's going to be with Doomsday, etc., etc. If Lex does have a plan B, I don't think it's ever been mentioned. I don't think it's been shown. I don't think anyone outside of Lex knows about it yet. So, yeah. Hard to say. All right, I got to just update my tweet. All right, just had to, people know I'm now talking post-show about the show. I thought he was actually going to stop because he was finally getting his daughter back. Well, his petty grudge was more important to him than his daughter in the end. That was the whole point, I think, of this scene, was to show that Lex Luthor. Yeah, Lex Luthor. I was going to call him Lex Luger, then I said Lex Luthor, and I was like, which one is it? That's to show that Lex Luthor, in the end, cares about getting everything. And his hatred for Superman and Lois is so strong he can't put it away. I saw that look in Lex's eyes. He is about to do something sinister, I feel. Nah, Lex would never do. No, Lex, no, Lex wouldn't do anything sinister. Are we going to see John Henry Irons and daughter Natalie anymore this season? I can tell you with certainty, both of those characters are going to be coming back. If you want more information than that, I suppose you could always watch my YouTube videos on the sets I was at. Lex is a good guy now. What do you mean? Yeah, right. You want any more proof that Lex is a good guy? Come on, man. He had his seatbelt on when he was in his truck. Would a criminal wear a seatbelt? Come on, good guy. We can all agree Lex Luger, I do it again, Lex Luthor, clearly a good guy. Yeah. How can you fight it, right? You'll check it out later? Yeah, okay. I will tell you the episode 407 and 410 videos I have up might answer your questions. 407 and 410. But yeah, tonight's episode was super strong. It was very Lex heavy, which is interesting. I mean, not very often you give the villain of your show a front lead this late in the series, but here we are. What's your rating for this episode? I think about a 9. I'd say somewhere between 8.75 and 9.2, somewhere in that range. Yeah. Does Lex know that Clark is Superman after that flashback scene with his daughter? Well, he knows Clark is Superman. He outright calls him Clark when they faced off at the start of the episode. I don't know if you saw the start of the episode. Clark or Superman confronts Lex while he's driving somewhere outside the city. He stops out in front of the car and they like have a confrontation, and he calls him Superman, and he's like, "Or is that Clark?" So he knows. He's known for a while though. He knew since the scene where I remember the scene where there was him, Lois, and Jonathan, and he mentioned it at that time, but I can't remember what was the scene prior to that he found out at. I can't think of it, but he's known for a couple episodes now. I think it's better than last episode, even though I think last episode was still pretty good. Fair enough. Yeah, this episode got a lot of questions about it. This season is getting too good. Yeah. So they handled Jordan pretty well this episode, but I don't want him to be the third wheel every episode. Yeah. He's clearly taking that like back approach. Like it feels like Jonathan's getting all the attention right now, whether it's being as a superhero or as a boyfriend or as Lois's personal pilot. Yeah, he seems to be on hangout duty. I would love to have seen the scene on what the hell he said to Candace to sort this all out. I don't know if he should have told Candace anything. I don't know if there was because I was talking during the scene. I feel like I missed I feel like I might have missed a word or two in there that gave some out to what he said, but I don't know. I'll have to watch it back and see. But yeah, it was kind of weird that he just like would tell Candace everything, so that Jonathan didn't have to. It does feel weird. So I feel like he probably gave her a half truth of something, but I don't know what that is. I wonder if they will ever upgrade Jordan's suit since he gave it to Jonathan. Maybe. I mean, we only have 5 episodes left after this. Are they really going to upgrade his suit to use like twice? So I don't know. Maybe. And hope Jonathan doesn't get mad at Jordan for telling her, because he just kept leaving it up to him the whole time. Jonathan seemed okay with what Jordan did. At least that's the way they showed it. So we'll see. Any last thoughts, anyone? Give you guys like another couple minutes to get your last thoughts in, and we'll wrap this up. I am gonna surprisingly go for a nap, but yeah, very good episode. Like I said, I give it around a 9, somewhere between like 8.75 and 9.2 range. Milton Fine is being mentioned as a little more often. Brainiac, was he mentioned in this episode? Was Milton mentioned in this episode? Did I hear his name? I feel like I did hear the name Milton. I'm sure I heard the name Milton in this episode. You might be right. I don't remember in what context though. Wonder if this Candace thing is going to drag on even longer. What Candace thing? What do you mean? I think they completed her story there. She's found out her boyfriend is a super being, and she'll go back to Iowa or wherever the hell she went. Des Moines, was it? I think it was Des Moines. And we probably won't see her again. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. What I'm wondering is, Lex supposed to get a suit before the season ends. I wonder if he will battle Superman and his sons. Isn't there like promo footage of him in a suit? I think there is. I meant her knowing about the secret. Well, wasn't that what Jordan just told her? I mean, I do think Jordan maybe didn't tell her 100%. I think he probably gave her enough information that she's not completely in the dark, but she's probably not 100% in the know. But I don't think we're going to see her back. I think that was probably her last episode, so we'll probably never hear the outcome of it. Yeah. Yeah, him in a steel suit. Okay, yeah, I was right. Yeah. Yeah, so to answer your question, Eddie, yeah, at some point he gets a suit. He whether he steals or acquires a steel suit of his own, he ends up with Steel's suit in some way, shape, or form. So that might be how he fights Superman in the finale. Lex is in the steel suit from the promo stuff. Will John Henry be back? I answered this question a few minutes ago. I answered Eddie's question about John Henry and his daughter. So if you were listening to me talk, you already have your answer. If you weren't listening to me talk, the answer can be found in my episode 407 and 410 videos on my channel. I think Lex's daughter will play a part before the season ends. I'm thinking something big is about to go down. I think she'll be back. I don't think you bring Elizabeth Henstridge in for one episode. Like you could have got any secondary actress that would be happy with the credit to get a one episode deal. I mean, they brought her in to be a director and to be an actor. I think she's doing more than one episode. I don't know how many more, but I think she'll be back at least one more episode. Hey, no worries, Tyler. I hope she comes back because she's a really good actress. I also think we might see her come back when Lex gets arrested in the end. At least that's a theory I have. Lex can't let go of his hate to get the thing he wanted most back, his daughter in this case. That sort of thing is so Lex Luthor. It's actually a core element of his character in the comics. Yeah, we were talking about this a little while ago. I think you just got back here, didn't you, Lionel? I haven't seen you comment in a while. Oh, you did right after the episode ended. But yeah, we were basically saying like he could have had her back, and all he had to do is just drop this grudge, but he can't. He's so full of hate for Superman and Lois that is getting revenge on them is more important than getting his family back, which he really wanted. What's my favorite episode of this season? Maybe episode 3, because that's one where where Jonathan gets his powers, where Sam makes his sacrifice, and we see Clark come back from the dead. I think those are 3 major important moments in the show, all in one episode. So maybe that one. This episode made me feel like Lois doesn't really care about him going back to prison anymore. Oh, I think she does. Because she knows as long as he's left out there to his own devices, he will try and think of another way to get revenge on them. Like, he's not just going to be like, oh, well, on Lost Doomsday, I guess I'm going to go pick berries on a farm. Like, he's going to think of another plan. So he's not done. He didn't just like lose tonight and be like, I guess the game's over. I lost everything. Like, he's going to come up with another reason to try something different, right? That was a good episode. You talking about 3? Yeah. Episode 1 was really good too. They've all been good. Like, there's never been a bad episode. I don't honestly know if there's been I'm legitimately not sure if there's been a bad episode in the entire series. There are obviously episodes where, you could be like, well, this one's only a 7, but that's still good, So, yeah. Who knows? He might even team up with Bebo. No, Bebo would never team up with Lex Luthor. That is blasphemous of you to even say. All right, I'm going to get close to wrapping this up, guys, so start thinking of your last comments. I'm going to put in the chat the dreaded message everyone is dreading. Any last comments that are not super chats that come in after this message? Oops, I misspelled that. Message has been posted, may not get answered. So get them in now while I am typing this, because I am sending it NOW period. Yeah. All right, there we go. Let's see what we got. Clark was worried coming home from telling Lois we have to leave, and she already knew what to do. That was badass of her character. I'll be honest. I thought she made a huge mistake paging Doomsday. I thought it was like going to blow up in her face, and that was going to be the next episode as he's got to go save Lois. I'm proven wrong. Lois somehow made it work. I wasn't expecting that. I actually thought it was going to blow up in her face, and that Jonathan was going to have to go home, tell Dad, and then they were going to have to come and find her the next episode. I honestly thought that's where it was going. This is a creative way to resolve the Doomsday story on a budget. Yes! Yeah. I really forgot about the fact we have a budget that needs to be sorted. Yes. But he's still out there. He could still cause damage. Like, he's not an in-control character. How they have to still wrap up that character before it all ends. Before the series comes to a completion, there has to be a completion to the Doomsday character, whether he's sent back home, whether he is reverted back to Bizarro somehow. I don't know. But you can't just have him flying around in the world fucking shit up. You think Lucy will be back because didn't mention her at all in the message? No. I think she's a forgotten character. The writers forgot that she has a sister. The writers forgot that Sam has a second daughter. Yeah, I think she's done. She is like Sarah's sister. We only get to see her occasionally, and they forgot this season that she exists. All right, I am done. I do not see any Super Fat chat sitting there, so thanks everyone for dropping by. Great episode. We will be back in a week with a new episode. Yeah. Thanks everyone for sticking around, for chatting before, chatting during, chatting after. We will see everybody in the future, more than likely. And if you are an American, I think does this fall on Election Day? Well, let me look at a November calendar. No, luckily it's the day before Election Day. Whew! That would have been problematic, eh? Yeah, so a week and 1 day for you to vote in the U.S. election. If you are an American of voting age, get going, go do it. And I will see you in the future. Thanks everyone for dropping by. Bye.